and
Okay.
whatever comes from it comes from it. And
Hey,
honestly,
married women, they come from it.
bro,
Okay. Hello, welcome to the bonus content with Joey Fernandez.
yeah, bruh.
Yay! So,
Why are you gay?
okay, we didn't use it in the.
You are gay.
There you go. Okay, no,
Perfect.
no, no. This is something because I thought about this, and it doesn't link that much, but a little bit with what we talk. And I feel I have a really nice talent to write stories, and I've been reading actually like Game of Thrones, and I would love to write a book. I would love to write music because I'm really good. If you give me like a melody and I can like write the rhyme and it can be like really cool. And sometimes it pops in my head. Like sometimes I'm having in my head a song that doesn't exist, and it's so frustrating because this doesn't exist. It does, so I cannot play it.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
But I would love to be like a music like producer or something like that. And I've been thinking like I feel those now, even though I'm young and I know I can do it. I feel like they're like crush dreams because yes, I can try to do it, but I'm paying rent. I need a job.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
have the time. It is you're like yo, follow your dreams. To follow my dreams, I need money to pay rent, the time, and like to actually get in a school or something and be really lucky to get to a point that it's like I can live with this
Yeah.
and I don't have to keep doing what I was doing. It's not like just like oh yeah study and you like my friend well if you see code here he's my roommate he's a computer science. He's been looking for a job for 8 months.
Yeah, dude, it's crazy. I
So
don't know. Yeah, I mean,
imagine starting now to be like I'm gonna be a music producer like that. No. So
yeah,
like I feel sometimes like that with AI is said that it may replace a lot of like
music
music
production.
production and writers.
Mhm.
So like I already feel like those dreams for me are a little like crush. I'm not saying they're impossible, but they're like difficult.
Yeah. But I mean, also, I think most people would prefer their content to be made by people because that's how new stuff gets made. AI is always basing it on something else. Not that we aren't all influenced by past stuff, but we get influenced by, like, what studios are going to use it for is like, let's make Fast and the Furious 37 now. And it can just crank that out. You know what I mean? That script. You don't, no one, nor should any person who's creative be spending time writing Fast and the Furious movies anyway.
But it's
Just
not.
let AI do Mission Impossible and
Yeah,
all
but
that horse shit.
It's not even just AI. It's just like the amount of time, sacrifice, money that I have to put into doing this.
Mhm.
I I don't see it at least right now. So that's on me on my side, like writing a book, writing a story, and being a music producer of music. So I want to know if you have any dream that you're like, oh, I really wanted to do this, but like right now, I like, ugh.
You mean in the moment or like,
When you were a kid, you were like, oh, when I grow up, I just want to be a side piece, and
and I accomplished that dream? No, I mean, I want to be a baseball player for
okay,
sure growing up. But I mean, it is funny because like I think about my mental health shit when it all started, like depression stuff, and it was like in eighth grade. I was like really good at baseball and basketball. I got invited to like select leagues. So in baseball, you got invited to a fall league. In basketball, you got invited to like this. I think it was like a spring league. So like the seasons were
yeah,
summer and winter for basketball, summer for baseball. And if you did well enough, they had these like kind of all-star select leagues where it was more
okay,
a bigger pool from across the city playing against each other rather than
okay,
just like. And I just remember with baseball, um, just losing my confidence. And like there was a summer I hit 400, but then in the select fall league, I dropped my batting average, dropped below 200, and just my confidence got shot. And I'll never forget there was a pitch a guy threw, and it was a curveball, but it was like easily hittable. But just in an instant, I just felt me be like, who cares? I'll just strike out, and it's not a big deal. And same with basketball. I started to like not shoot, getting the yips kind of thing. And like, it's weird that it had less to do with like physical, it was mental completely
yeah.
of just like, and that's why I realized like, oh, depression shit. I didn't know what it was at the time, but it's like that instead of just like kind of being like, yeah, I had a bad game or okay, I'm having a rough it's like, no, just give up. you're not good enough.
Yeah,
You're not, you
that-
know what I
yeah.
mean? So like it's weird that, and I mean definitely comedy. I quit for a year and a half. When was that? Like around the 2012 to 14 stretch, I think. Because I was unhappy doing it though. Like I was, and at the time, I mean, believe it or not, I was doing like clean, quote unquote, comedy
Okay.
until I realized that a 9/11 joke, just because you don't say fuck or talk about sex, what they
Yeah.
mean by clean is
Yeah.
like nothing. Which is why I don't like clean comedy. It's like, okay, so nothing challenging whatsoever. It's like,
Yeah.
you ever notice how at a car wash, and it's like, you lazy dipshits who can't handle anything. Well, I don't want my family hearing that. Okay, well, did you fuck to have those kids? So you can hear fuck, probably.
Yeah,
You
exactly.
had sex. You came inside your
Yeah,
wife.
that kid is 13.
Yeah.
He says fuck many times,
Yeah.
and then we're on the Xbox. Like,
So, dude, it's so lame. And if you want to do clean comedy, it's fine. But just it's so fucking lame to me. So it's like that's your world. If that's how you make your money, go ahead, do it. But yeah, that's why I quit stand up for a year and a half. But then, like, ever since, especially after the pandemic, I was like, oh, I'm just going to have fun doing this. And not that I'm not going to try and succeed at it, but I'm not going to look at it in terms of like success or failure by traditional measures.
Okay.
It's like success or failure. I mean, success to me would just be like, okay, no more side gigs or anything like that. Like, I make a decent living off comedy and acting, but it's not exclusively that. And that's kind of the real success for me. But the other success is like, I'm going to be funny in the way that I want to be. And does that mean I won't get booked as much? Because people are like, oh, this, I don't know, we can't have him
Edgy,
at,
yeah.
like we can't have him at a suburb show, whatever. Then
Can't
it's like,
have
so be it.
him.
I lost it. But I remember how miserable I was when I was more focused on getting booked than I was on enjoying the stand up I was doing. And it's like, that's way,
I'm more now. More like I recently talked about this about with Rachel. That now it's like, oh, you're good, and we know you're funny, but this person have 90K followers. Like, I don't want to get in that game.
and I mean, you do, that's the thing is like, you do have to. And I
Yeah, but
I
it's
try.
annoying.
Yeah, I know it's annoying. You get like it's all the stuff that you do stand up to avoid, which is like basically posting online all the time is like the clerical work that I'm like, see, I hate this, but I know it's part of it, and I try and
Yeah.
remind myself that this is just what it is. But yeah, it does suck because I'm like, this is exact analytics. I did
Yeah.
comedy to never look at spreadsheets or anything. I hate this.
yeah, exactly.
And now it's like such a crucial part of like popping off now.
But you feel like baseball. You feel like that is already like a dream that was crushed. Like, okay, I'm not gonna become a professional baseball player.
Oh, no, yeah.
like,
But I think, yeah, I mean, I definitely was so into sports and really wanted that to work out. And then when high school hit, I just played football because I was like, okay, this is a sport where you can just like tackle someone. It's kind of hard to get the yips, I guess.
okay.
But I was too small for that. And then I just didn't know what I was like wanting to do until I joined like speech team in high school. And I was like, oh, this is pretty fun. I didn't think I was going to be good at it or anything, but my teachers were very encouraging. And then for better or for worse, it sent me off into wanting to be a performer. But
But that's cool. Like I just talk about this. Well, on depression, there's a musician called Mike Posner. By name, you may not know who he is,
Mm.
but the song is like, "If I can write you a song to make you fall in love, I will already got you now."
I don't think I know it.
Or I took a pill in Ibiza. He has these songs. These two songs, major hit. Labels were like crazy with him. The first or song that he released, it was like 10 million copies, and he was like, "You won't believe me, but that song was my like the worst that can happen to me because any song that I put out after that one that was like fucking hit,
Mm.
it felt like a failure. Like next song, it was platinum disc, but it have 7 million copies, and the label were like, "What happened with the guy that we hired?
Yeah.
You didn't like we hired you for the 10 million." I was like, every song that I put out, 5 million copies sold. People, but the label was like, "This is a failure," and for him, it was like, it's like hitting 600.
Yeah, yeah.
And then you go down to 400 that is
Which
still
is good, yeah.
And you're like, I'm fucking failing.
Yeah, yeah. No, I mean those are the kind of expectations that are untenable.
You put to yourself.
Like even Michael Jackson couldn't reach the same success of Thriller as he did with and everything else was still good, and he still was touring globally. But I think what was it? Bad was after Thriller or something, and like, yeah, he just didn't reach the same levels. But it's
Yeah.
also hard to. Everyone's gonna have their best work and then some dog shit. Like Shakespeare, I think wrote like 30 something plays, and people maybe could name 5 of them off the top of their head. You know what I mean?
I would love to read what was the dog shit of J.K. Rowling, because we know Harry Potter. What else did you write?
Yeah, yeah.
With no trans people. Like,
Yeah.
let
But
me
that's
see.
why when you talk about being a writer and how it's like going away, it's like, but it never goes away because at least it's not like sports. Like writing
Yeah.
you can do forever, and people can pop off at any age when it comes to creative shit, which is why it's like, well, why stop doing it if
Yeah.
you like it?
That's why I feel it's not impossible. It's just like it's. I need the time. I need like I believe it was like Dostoevsky or something like that. That's like, oh yeah, he write this because he spent 8 hours in front of the computer and that was his job. It's like I cannot do that. I need to pay
I
rent.
know.
Like, I cannot sit in front of the computer for 8 hours.
No, I will say also,
Oh, Dostoevsky will be in front of like he's like I don't think he would have a computer, but you get
I
the
will
idea.
say, and this is where it's also my fault though too, because like I feel like I probably could be more successful if I didn't drink so much, and alcohol is just like even today was just a wasted day because I was like, oh fuck, I feel awful, and like if you want to write, your brain's just not there, and it's like this is dog shit. And then even today, I was having like just like depression, which is what alcohol will always give you the next day too, because then you feel like a piece of shit for not being able to do things.
And just spend a lot of money that you shouldn't.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, yeah, exactly. That's another thing too. The money. That's also part of it. Where it's like, I'll sometimes look at how much I spend on booze in a month, and I'm like, God damn, that is a lot. And I like normally get hooked up by bartenders too, so it's not even like.
Yeah, so it's a lot less.
Yeah,
than
it's
what
way
it
less
should.
than what other people are paying for sure. So it's like, God Almighty,
Also, your comedy, so it's like, hey, we're gonna pay you in
drink tickets.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're getting
know,
promoted.
okay.
We're gonna give you a pay raise. We're gonna give you 4 drink tickets instead too.
And you're like, fair.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's fucking hard. I mean, because that's the thing. And also, I mean, I don't know how you are, but after a show, I'm like, God damn, I don't want to just go home after that. I had a great time, and now it's like, okay, so I just go home to sleep after having a lot of fun doing stand up.
Especially if you do a really good set. It's
Yeah.
like, and people are like, hey, people want to invite you a drink. I recently, before in Red Room, like a couple of people outside, like, invite me, like, a shot. I was like, oh, I want to. This is fun.
Yeah, exactly. It is fun. This weekend when I was in St. Louis, the first night I was really tired because I found out about the shows at like 2 p.m. and we had to like leave right away to go down there. And I was like so tired. I was like, you know what? I'm good with going home. That's fine. Not drinking. The next night, it was a big ass snowstorm, and all like St. Louis just doesn't plow their streets. Not like the way you and I plow married women up top. You guys know what's up.
Winter storm, they call us. Okay.
They call us, yeah, they call us the winter storm. But when the show was over, even the second show got bailed on, and then I went back to the hotel and was like, "There's got to be bars nearby that are open." All of them closed. This is like at 9,
And you're like,
9:30, dude. Yeah, but it was crazy. There were no, and even when I went to the front desk, I'm like, "Is anything open?" The guy's like, "There's like a bowling alley kind of down that way," and I'm like, "I'm not driving in this horse shit anymore." My car nearly got stuck multiple times just trying to get back to the hotel. So I was like,
Imagine how alcoholic you are that you're like, oh, I need boost in this fucking city.
I mean, yeah. And so it was just like after this, because I've always said like maybe I need to like learn how to have some discipline. And so this weekend, technically, it was forced upon me, but I had discipline. And I was like, boy, those shows were fun. Everything else sucked. Like that's so boring to just go home and then you're like, I guess I'll watch a movie and fall asleep. But like, I just had a ton of fun, and now I don't know. You want to keep that vibe going, basically.
Okay. Last question to end this.
Mhm.
Apart from being an athlete, you think first with comedy, you think like it's a crush dream to become a famous comedian, or do you think it's still possible? First that, and second, if you have another dream that you're like, oh, I would really like to do this, but I don't think like I'll have the means or the time to do it.
On the first part, no. I mean, because it's never. I mean, I don't really think about
You're
that.
one viral clip away from.
Yeah, I mean that's the thing. It's like whatever. And also I don't really think about that anymore. I'm just like I'm just going to enjoy doing it, and whatever comes from it comes from it. And honestly,
married women, they come from it.
bro.
Okay.
Women.
Oh wow, that clip worked right there. But Yeah, and then the only other one that I've like, because I've been getting more politically involved, like helping out John McCombs with his campaign, and now the person he's supporting, and like I would like to get involved in politics, but it's like just it's too depressing, and it's like to constantly.
Unless you're in a masturbation jinx.
Yeah, I know, right? That's the closest I've ever been to being a congressional candidate was that character. But like, yeah, because I want to help, but just seeing the way it works and how people always shift with whatever's politically like it feels like your goals and ideals would probably just get drained from you from doing fundraising and then
Yeah.
having to constantly be making all these like whatever bad happens like with what happened this weekend for example you have to always be ready to comment on it you have to
Yeah.
and their schedules are like fucking 12-hour days it just none of it appeals to me
And I know
from the kind of like from the idealistic side, yes, but on the day to day, it sounds
yeah,
awful.
no, and also like with this weekend, like I was kind of close because in Colombia I was dating someone that had a position in the government. Like at some point she had a higher position, and the amount of good that you want to do is always sustained by the people that first there's some people that it's like you get $5 million for a project in the city. There's some people that are gonna walk on in your office like give up a cut or we're gonna do
Yeah,
some,
right. Especially,
do
yeah.
some stuff. And then you're forced to say no to like mobs. And it's like now my life is in danger. Cool.
Yeah.
First that and second is like okay, like in I wanna say it, I don't I'll say it off camera the example because I don't wanna get her in trouble.
Yeah.
But like even if you want to do you do a fundraising to do something nice and you grab the money and give it to someone, it's like hey, all this money is for whatever cause. Sometimes these people that you trust, they're like, oh, these $5 million are for this, and like, yeah, I'll give this $4 million to this
Through this thing,
campaign.
yeah.
And then like I'll give it to Tom, and it's like, okay, this $2 million will get to the poor people,
Yeah.
and I give it to the shelter, and the shelter is like, thank you for this $500,000.
Yeah, I know. Yeah. Well, no, and even like it's just also frustrating because you have to debate with people who say crazy shit like, like not just the corruption, but like the folks over the course of the weekend being like,
I'm the best golf player.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
what the
even,
fuck?
even like just like like there's video of this thing that happened, and you're telling us it's like, and the idea of having to constantly live in that world of debating and
Yeah.
trying to do the right thing, and other people. It's like I can't tell if you genuinely believe this crazy shit or you just don't care and you just like all of that is so gross that I'm like, you know what? I'll never want to be in that world on a consistent basis.
So do you think being a politician is a dream that is like a little bit like crush?
Yeah, I would never be capable of it too. That's the other thing. And early mornings, I hate that shit. So that's kind of like that. That's part of the deal for that.
Yeah,
so.
no, I like. There you
Going
go.
to like a
we have-
9 a.m. fucking parade, I would hate that.
Yeah. You're like, no, but let's make it
Being part of the
6,
community,
6
yeah,
p.m.
like, hey, we have to show up to this like dipshit kind of, it's big for the city. Like being the mayor of Chicago, you have to go to so many like different
Like, why is
festivals, being like, hey, here I am. And
why
it's
is
like,
Joe always in
Joe's showing up to these parades.
sunglasses?
Yeah. He's like angry, barely clapping. Yeah.
But we're gonna end on a good note that is like even if some of your dreams were crushed, I believe you can either have other ones or you can have still hope in the ones because if I put a lot of time on like writing a book, probably I can do it, and that maybe if it works or not, it doesn't matter because I wrote one. But your dreams, even if they're crushed, they're there. That we're gonna end with that and
Yeah.
sad music for Joe Fernandez for his say something cute about dreams.
Follow your dreams, and if they don't work out,
Fuck up.
also believe.
Follow your dreams. If they don't
If it
work
doesn't work
out,
out, believe me,
fuck the wife.
the alternative, yeah, fuck a wife.
And with that, we're gonna end. Follow your dreams. If that don't work out, fuck a wife. Adios.
Adiós, hasta luego.